There we go. There's Mr. Merrill. Welcome.
Sorry, I just had to inform my kid who's home from school that I'm going to be testifying and to ask him to quiet down.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Chris Merrill, the Executive Director of the Equality State Policy Center. I just want to say this is a great topic, and I think it would also be a great interim topic, in my opinion. And I just want to chime in to say that, you know, if you're looking to establish runoff elections, ranked choice voting could be a cheaper and much more elegant way of accomplishing this than what's outlined in this proposed legislation. In the case of a primary or general election with multiple candidates, ranked choice voting creates what's known as an instant runoff. And it does this because it allows voters to thoroughly express their preferences in one election on one day on one ballot. So when you fill out a ranked choice voting ballot, we're not forced just to pick one candidate and move on. We can rather rank the candidates on the ballot in order of our preference. So in a hypothetical election, I could say that my first choice would be Senator Nethercott, of course. But if tragically she didn't receive enough votes, if she didn't receive enough votes to win, I could say that my second choice would be Senator Case, my third choice, Chairman Driscoll, etc. This is just imaginary, of course. In the real world, it would be impossible to choose between you all. But the point is,
That's pretty close to the way it works for me.
But I think this is, it could be a better option for voters. If a candidate receives, you know, more than half of the first choice votes from voters, then that candidate would win just like in any other election. But if there's no majority winner after counting the first choices, the race is then decided by this instant runoff option, and it's likely less expensive, better for voters because you need only to go to the ballot on one day to let your preferences be known, and also better for election officials, volunteers at the polls, and candidates. So, Mr. Chairman, we hope that as this committee considers this bill before you today and the possibility of runoff elections in general, you might also consider ranked choice voting, which could likely achieve the goals of the bill in a more efficient way in a single election. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll conclude my testimony, and I'm happy to try to answer any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Merrill? I think you got Senator Nethercott's vote, so.